Are you waking up each day with stiff legs, rising blood pressure, and a quiet fear that your body is slowly giving up on you, even though your heart still wants to keep going? You're not alone. Many older adults carry this silent worry. That one small slip, one quiet morning ache, might be a sign that time is winning. But here's something most people never tell you. Your body isn't trying to break down. It's trying to adapt, to move differently, breathe more gently, and carry strength in new ways. In today's video, I'll show you exactly how 5 gentle exercises, simple enough to do from your living room, can protect your heart, lower your blood pressure, and give you back a quiet confidence in your own body. You won't need a gym, and you won't need to push through pain. Just a few steady minutes a day, and your body will start remembering how to support you again. In fact, researchers show that just 30 minutes of gentle walking a day can lower systolic blood pressure by 10 points. That's the difference between risk and safety, between fear and freedom. So if you've been searching for something natural and realistic, stay with me. Your healing begins with one calm step at a time. I would appreciate it if you like this video. It helps me continue sharing these healing truths about growing older with strength, peace, and positive energy. Now let us begin. Some people think healing only happens in hospitals or with bottles and prescriptions. But healing can begin in something as simple as putting one foot in front of the other, especially when you do it with rhythm, with breath, and with trust. And that brings us to the very first movement. Tip number 1. Brisk walking. How a gentle pace can lower your blood pressure. Walking has often been dismissed as just better than nothing. But after the age of 60, that quiet act becomes one of the most powerful tools for heart health we have. Not the kind of walking you see on fitness ads, with headphones and sprinting pace. No, I mean something more human. Brisk walking, the kind that raises your heartbeat just a little, but still lets you breathe, look around, and feel the earth under your feet. It turns out, this simple rhythm lowers your systolic blood pressure by up to 10 points over time. That's not small. That's the difference between walking into your next checkup with concern or with quiet pride. Researchers have found that consistent walking, just 30 minutes a day, improves vascular flexibility, sleep quality, blood sugar control, and even mental clarity. But beyond the numbers, there's something even more important. When you walk, especially outdoors or with a friend, or even just around your home, your body starts to release mental tension. You're no longer just surviving your day, you're participating in it. And that lowers something we don't talk about enough: stress. Chronic stress is a silent weight on the heart. Walking lightens that weight, step by step. I remember Harold, 78 years old, from Minnesota. He started walking after breakfast just down the block. At first, his legs ached and his breathing was short. But after 2 weeks, he noticed his steps felt lighter. He could stand longer. His doctor smiled at his numbers. That's what steady effort can do. You don't need special shoes or a smartwatch. You don't need to walk 5 miles. You only need one thing: the will to begin. Around your kitchen, up and down the hallway, in the driveway at sunset. Because the power isn't in the distance. It's in the doing. And here's my personal opinion. Walking is not just physical. It is spiritual. It tells your body, I still believe in you. And that belief changes everything. Healing doesn't always come with a loud breakthrough. Sometimes it arrives quietly, in soft steps, warm air, and the simple beauty of moving forward. You don't need speed. You need rhythm. You don't need youth. You need presence. And when you walk like that, your heart will follow. And once your body begins to remember motion, even the smallest daily gesture, like standing up from a chair, becomes a quiet declaration of strength, especially when done with care and intention. That brings us to the next movement. Tip number 2, Chair squats. Train your second heart to support the first. You might not think much of it, the act of sitting down and standing back up. But this movement is one of the most powerful cardiovascular exercises a senior can do, right from home. Why? Because when you push yourself up from a chair using your legs, you activate the biggest muscles in your body, your thighs and glutes. And these muscles are sometimes called your second heart. Why? Because they help pump blood back up toward your chest and brain, lightening the load on your actual heart. It is like adding a gentle assistant to your cardiovascular system. For older adults, especially those over 70, this is life-giving. Circulation slows with age. Legs feel heavy. Swelling and numbness sneak in after long periods of sitting. But every controlled squat reawakens that flow. It also wakes up something else, your confidence. You see, many seniors live with a quiet daily fear. What if I fall? What if I cannot get back up? That fear makes people cautious. But caution, over time, becomes stillness. And stillness becomes weakness. Chair squats fight against that. Every time you rise from a chair, especially without using your arms, you remind your brain, I can still do this. That signal echoes through your whole body. I remember Martha, 82 years old, from Oregon. She began with just 5 chair squats a day. Her knees cracked. She felt unsure. She even needed her hands for balance. But she kept going. After 3 weeks, she could do 10 squats, no hands. Her doctor told her her resting heart rate had improved. But Martha said something even more powerful. I'm not scared to walk by myself anymore. That's what strength does. It changes your biology and your beliefs. And you do not need a gym to start, just a stable chair and your own breath. Sit at the edge, arms crossed or stretched forward. Push through your heels to rise. Pause. Then lower yourself slowly, with control. That's where strength lives, in the slowness. Not in speed, not in force. In control. Start with 3 or 5. What matters is showing up again tomorrow. In my opinion, chair squats are not just about legs. They're about self-trust. Each one says, I am still capable. I am still upright. And that voice, your voice, is stronger than fear. Remember this, strength is not loud. Strength is steady. Strength is you. Once you've begun to stand taller and feel your legs come back to life, the next place to gently awaken is your upper body. Not with force, but with a kind of pressure that opens, not burdens. That leads us to a deeply underrated exercise for circulation and strength. Tip number 3, wall push-ups, rebuilding strength without strain. The word push-up might bring back memories of gym class or military drills, but wall push-ups are an entirely different language, one spoken gently, with kindness to the joints and respect for the body's limits. When you stand a few feet from the wall and lean in with steady control, you activate your chest, shoulders, and upper back, the very muscles that help your heart move blood efficiently through the body. It is like oiling a machine. The smoother these muscles function, the easier it is for your heart to pump with less pressure. And there's something beautiful happening behind the scenes. Flexibility. As we age, our blood vessels naturally become stiffer. That stiffness, often invisible, is one of the hidden causes of high blood pressure. But when you gently press into the wall, again and again, your blood vessels slowly regain elasticity. It is like teaching your body how to bend instead of break. What's more, wall push-ups also improve posture and lung capacity. Each time you push back from the wall, your chest opens, your shoulders pull back, and your lungs expand. You breathe deeper. You think clearer. You stand taller. And that simple posture shift changes everything from digestion to confidence. I remember Leonard, 74 years old, who once feared any kind of upper body movement after his heart surgery. He began doing 10 wall push-ups a day. Not in a workout, but while brushing his teeth. At first, he doubted. It seemed too easy. But after a few weeks, he told me, "I breathe better now. I sleep better. And I don't lean into the railing when I walk anymore." That's the quiet return of dignity. That's healing. Here's how to do it. Stand an arm's length away from a wall. Place your palms flat at shoulder height. Inhale as you bend your elbows and slowly lean in, keeping your back straight. Pause. Then exhale as you press yourself back. 5 to 10 repetitions is more than enough. This isn't about building big muscles. It's about restoring flow. And from my perspective, these small movements do more than medicine ever could. Because they don't just treat a symptom. They remind your body that it is still capable of strength, still worthy of breath, still alive. Let this be your reminder too. You are not folding. You are unfolding. And once your chest begins to open and your breath finds a deeper rhythm, it's time to turn attention back to the part of your body that silently carries you through every moment. Your legs. Not just for walking, but for blood flow, balance, and belief in your own strength. Tip number 4, leg raises. Activate the muscles that carry your heart. Leg raises may look simple, almost too simple to matter, but what they do inside your body is nothing short of extraordinary. You see, your legs hold the largest muscles in your body. Your calves, your thighs, your glutes. They're not just for movement, they're your heart's natural assistants. Every time those muscles contract, they help pump blood upward, fighting gravity, keeping your circulation flowing smoothly. But here's the quiet danger of aging. When we sit for too long, blood begins to pool in the lower body. That leads to swelling, heaviness, even clotting. You might notice your socks leaving deep marks. You might feel pressure or numbness in the feet. Leg raises gently awaken those muscles again. Whether you're lying in bed, sitting at the edge of a chair, or standing by the kitchen counter, lifting one leg with control helps restore healthy flow and reduces the burden on your heart. I remember Ethel, 81 years old, from Illinois. She hadn't walked to the store in years without holding tightly to a railing. She felt fragile, breakable. But after just 3 weeks of doing seated leg raises each morning, slowly, intentionally, she said something beautiful. I stopped grabbing for the railing. My steps were stronger. I didn't feel like glass anymore. That shift wasn't just physical, it was spiritual. You can try this now. Sit tall, feet flat. Slowly lift one leg straight out in front of you. Hold it for 3 to 5 seconds. Lower it down gently. Switch sides. If lying in bed, raise one leg 12 inches off the mattress and hold. 5 to 10 reps per leg is enough. Go slowly. Breathe deeply. This isn't a race, it's a return. In my view, leg raises aren't about looking strong. They're about feeling safe again. Every lift tells your body, we are still moving. We are still here. And sometimes, that quiet whisper of strength is all your heart needs to believe again. By now, you've begun to see the pattern. Strength after 60 does not come from force, but from rhythm. Not from intensity, but from intention. And sometimes, the best thing we can do for our heart is not something new, but something familiar, done again with deeper awareness. So let us return, one last time, to the most underestimated movement of all. Tip number 5. Wall push-ups revisited, your daily anchor of quiet strength. Yes, we've already talked about wall push-ups, but they deserve a second look. Not because they're fancy, but because they work. They're simple, safe, powerful, and, when repeated daily, they become more than exercise. They become a ritual. Every time you press into that wall, you're not just using your arms, you're activating the exact muscles that support blood flow, posture, breathing, and mobility, all at once. This one movement touches nearly every system in the aging body. That's why many doctors now recommend wall push-ups as a top-tier strength builder for seniors with high blood pressure or recovering from heart issues, because it asks little, but gives back so much. When you do them daily, even in short bursts, 10 reps while brushing your teeth, 10 while waiting for the coffee to brew, your body starts to change. Your shoulders roll back, your chest opens, your lungs fill more deeply, your steps become lighter, and your mood steadier. One man, Harold, age 74, told me this. At first I thought they were too easy, but now I carry groceries without stopping. I breathe better, and I don't feel like I'm collapsing inward anymore. That is not magic. That is oxygen, posture, and muscle memory working together through habit. If you need a refresher, stand an arm's length from the wall, place your hands at shoulder height, and slowly lean in, elbows bending. Pause with your nose near the wall, then push yourself back with control. Inhale on the way in, exhale on the way out. Do 10 reps, 2 or 3 times a day. No rush, no pressure, just presence. From my heart to yours. Wall push-ups are not about performance. They are a way of saying, I still have strength in me. You're not folding into age. You are rising into it. Gently, purposefully, with grace. So let us return, just for a moment, to where we began. To that quiet question you may carry each morning. Is my body giving up on me? No, my friend. Your body is not giving up. It is inviting you into a new relationship. One built not on youth or speed, but on trust, rhythm, and gentle action. Each of these 5 exercises is more than movement. They are messages you send to your heart, your muscles, your spirit. Messages that say, I still care, I still believe, I still choose to rise. You do not need to do them all at once. You do not need to be perfect. Just start with one step, one lift, one breath. That is more than enough. And if this video gave you even a small sense of peace or possibility, I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and write, still strong, because your story may be the light someone else needs to begin. And if you haven't already, please like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more healing truths and positive energy. Because aging should never mean silence, shame, or surrender. Thank you for being here. See you in the next video.